going on, you folks? It is Diecast Buffet here again, and welcome to Phoenix Raceway, where nothing happens and we run commercials in between. Because holy cow, that race was, well, it was booty cheeks. Let's just say that. Oh my gosh. So congratulations to Christopher Bell for winning this race. It's a shame it was so plain. I can't even English. I'm so tired. I literally, this race makes me want to fall asleep. Okay. Huge congratulations to Bell. If you want to get the pre-order for that diecast, the race to win, go ahead and do that over there at Circle B Diecast. Make sure you use promo code Diecast Buffet. You could save on shipping. Any orders $30 or more. They'll probably be offering the 164 for it. I'm not sure it's going to get made. They're kind of iffy on his 164s actually making the minimum order quantity, MOQ, so they might not get produced. But we're going to go ahead and jump into this diecast. I wish it was a diecast review. It's not. It's an unfortunate, very uneventful, plain, boring Phoenix race. So I'm just going to start it off. I saw this coming a long time ago, unfortunately. When they were talking about adjusting the rules package, I think it was New Hampshire last year. You know me, I'm a very humble guy, but I'm just going to call it like it is. I told you so. They were talking about a new rules package, what they could do for it. Oh, no, we can't just rush it out to fix it for the 2023 season. Have to wait till 2024 starts. They did the test in the offseason. Nothing. It felt exactly like it was last year and the year before that. The next-gen car is not going to be fixed by a spoiler or a splitter or the diffuser. I truly think it's the chassis. I really do. I think that is the problem with it. There's a reason why the next-gen car race is so drastically different than Gen 6 at 1.5 miles. It's because the chassis is so freaking different. So my solution, and maybe it's crazy, but I think it could actually work, is it possible to fit the Gen 7 shell on a Gen 6 chassis? And then they could make it where the Gen 6 chassis is spec, so they can't modify it. They don't need 6,000 different engineers at each team, I'm over-exaggerating, to modify every, tube on the chassis. Keep it spec, penalize the teams if they modify it, run a Gen 7 shell, the actual body of the car, the Camry, the Camaro X, Y, and Z, on just a Gen 6 chassis. They have plenty of them in the Xfinity series. Modify the greenhouse, the roll cage area so it fits. Run the old school transmission or whatever the biff they have just for short tracks right now. Try it. Let's see what happens and put some horsepower in as well. I can almost guarantee you the racing would be 10 times different. Maybe not 10 times, but it would be a lot better, I think. Instead, they hyped it up. Oh, it's a new rules package. It's going to be the greatest racing you've ever saw. Oh my goodness. It doesn't get better than this. Let's run some more commercials in between. I knew they were going to do this last year. They were going to tell you, oh, this new rules package. Oh, look at these cars slipping and sliding. Man, we're in for a great race on Sunday. Make sure to tune in. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit too critical today. I'm just keeping it real. Like, I saw this coming weeks ago. I've been telling y'all, temper your expectations for Phoenix. Literally, every restart at Phoenix is fantastic. It really is. And then after that, it's the worst racing on the schedule almost. I mean, single file, hardly any passing, flat, wide tracks don't work well with this package, this next-gen car. It's an embarrassing thing that we have 2 races at Richmond, 2 races at Phoenix, and Chicagoland is just sitting dormant from stock car racing. Like, come on, guys. Come on now. I mean, they could go run a second race at Homestead for all I care. The racing last weekend at Vegas, yes, it had long green flag runs, but it was fun. I don't know why, but it didn't feel boring. Like, the speeds, the way those cars race, I actually enjoyed it. Slow, nothing happening, no beating and banging hardly, just eh. And then they're gonna go to Bristol next week. Don't even get me started on Bristol. But I'm gonna have some good news in this video as well. Is the trucks actually coming back to the Bristol spring race again? And it's gonna be on concrete? Did we get 2 concrete truck races at Bristol? Dude, if that's the case, that's gonna be dope. I love the Xfinity series and the truck series at Bristol. I think it's fantastic. So that's going to be a lot of fun if that's the case. The Cup race is probably going to be booty cheeks. Don't believe me, go watch the last 2 Bristol night races. They were bad. And that begs the question, do you keep Bristol as a dirt race or a concrete race? And I'll keep it short. If you ain't going to fix the short track package, which, again, modifying the diffuser, changing X, Y, and Z is not going to fix it. I think it's the actual physical mass of the car that's the problem. That's just my own opinion. I don't even think even adding much horsepower would actually change it that much. I really don't. I think it is the physical car. Because it can run side by side at a 1.5 mile. No other generation car in NASCAR history can do that well. There's a reason why. The car is so freaking different. Back to my point about Bristol dirt. If you're not going to fix it, I want the dirt back on the Bristol spring race. However, if you were to fix it, let's run both concrete races, right? You have the concrete race in the summer, concrete race in the spring, and then we can go run a Eldora or something to have that dirt fixed, because I do believe a dirt race should be on the schedule. I think that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't like it. It's gimmicky. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I like stock car dirt racing. I think it's fun. That's my favorite form of dirt racing. Not sprint cars, not late models. I like big, bulky, stock car type of stuff on a dirt oval. That's my favorite form of dirt racing. You know, like a what is it, a full body sedan from the 80s. You know, you gut it out, you weld the door bars, and you go racing at a little short track. That type of racing, that's my favorite dirt racing. And that's what I kind of felt with the Bristol dirt race. So I'm looking forward to the Xfinity race and whatnot. I'm not looking forward to the Cup race. And in fact, I'm not even looking forward really to anything except for like maybe Texas and Talladega next month. Richmond's coming up. Martinsville's coming up. The Xfinity and truck races will be good. The Cup races are probably not going to be. But enough of me ranting. What do y'all think? Like, honestly, what is y'all's opinion about it? I really don't see a difference with this rules package. It literally looks exactly the same. And you had drivers that were very critical of it as well. They were talking about how some of them didn't even know they actually made changes. That's how similar it felt to last year. I think it is the physical chassis of the car is the reason why it struggles so much. You're racing a sports car chassis. You could put a BMW badge on it. You could put a Porsche badge on it. This is a sports car chassis on a short track. Of course, it races drastically worse than anything else in NASCAR history because it's so freaking different. To me, it's obvious. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't fudging know. But I'm just saying, I wanted to fall asleep. You think like that company that sells pillows, what is it, My Pillow or something, or NyQuil, or one of these like melatonin gummy brands would sponsor the Phoenix Spring Race because it's so boring it would put people to sleep. It would actually be a good tie-in with the sponsor because I'm sleepy over here. I'm drinking on coffee and I'm still sleepy. That's how bland that race was. I just, oh my gosh. Ugh. Anyways, that's all for now. Have a blessed one, everybody. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Man, what? The thing is, I saw this coming literally a year in advance. Like, I'm like, I don't care what they change to this car. It's not going to fix it. And sure enough, it didn't fix it. So, you know how I am, very humble. But I mean, it's not that I actually predicted or anything. It's so stupidly obvious. I don't know. Do I think Bristol Spring will be any better than Bristol Night? Only if it's like maybe extremely hot. That's the only thing I could think of that would make the cars race more on the edge and they'd be, sliding around the whole racetrack. Maybe that'll help. I doubt it. It's probably going to be cloudy, possibly raining, because you know how the spring Bristol race is. There's a reason why they moved it to dirt. They tried everything. Weather does not like Tennessee in the spring, springtime apparently. So I might go take a nap. I don't know. I'm tired. Diecast Buffet. Sign it off.